Oh man, we're going to the domino row. We better keep our wallets close.
Uh, why?
I don't know. Isn't like I forget what row means. I'm sure it's like street related, but isn't like a there's like a dangerous street that has something to do with that?
Oh, that's cool. Do you have to race the dominoes and get there before they fall?
Yep.
Okay. Is this the only? Is this the only What's this game called? Wario Land game that has such interesting things?
Well, there's Wario Land Shake It for the Wii. That has interesting
So the
stuff.
earlier Wario Lands have normal temples then.
Yeah, temples, normal stuff. Like the things that's wacky about it are really the power ups, but otherwise it's pretty standard. I mean, I have not gotten to the end of three, so I can't. Um, uh, those guys turn into Spring Wario to try and waste your time. But yeah, I haven't gotten to the end of three, so I can't say with confidence that it doesn't improve later. But I just know that from what I played of one and three, nothing on the level of creativity in terms of its puzzles and environments as Wario Land 4.
Okay, so they just here's the thing, and I'm sure every single Nintendo fan that has a YouTube channel will eventually go through this conversation. Sometimes Nintendo can just make a sequel. They don't have to hold off on a sequel just because they can't reinvent the wheel with a mechanic.
Well, yeah.
That's pretty much what's stopping F-Zero from being made. Just make a sequel to F-Zero.
I
And
mean,
also people, Zelda's getting a little gimmicky in how hey, there needs to be a gimmick to justify this Zelda game. Rather than just, hey, there's some more puzzles and another world.
well, the thing is that, how do I put this? In essence, one of the, I mean, our favorite Pokemon game is like is a sequel. The only, well, I won't say only direct, um, specific sequel in that case. Um, but that is a different case kind of for the entire argument. But yeah, the problem is that a lot of people, and I'm not sure if Nintendo are as afraid of these kind of critiques as Sega is, um, but a lot of people will just say, man, this game is just like basically this game again. And I was like, yeah, so I mean, if it's like it's a thing with Mario Galaxy 1 and 2. Everybody talks about how oh, barely made that one. Everyone talks about how just like Galaxy 2 is basically an expansion pack if you case about it. And I'm like, look, apart from the repeat of the story, which is with less things, I just like the final boss being worse and the whole division into worlds kind of being something I don't really like. Galaxy 2 levels are much more fun and have a lot more interesting elements in them than Galaxy 1. And it's just like just because it you say it feels like an expansion pack, just like I enjoyed that expansion pack more than the first game. So, don't see an issue here.
Yeah, it's like I love New Super Mario Bros. All four of them are great, and I don't think any of them were. Yeah, I don't think any of them were unnecessary. Two got a bit gratuitous, but
Well, I think 2 is unnecessary, honestly, but
okay,
just
two is controversial. Like I think, but have you played through two?
well, I've seen a partial playthrough of 2. Um,
Well, yeah, I played through two, and I loved a lot of it. Where I'm thinking, yeah, I don't regret playing
I mean, I
this.
probably wouldn't regret playing it. I just with the enjoyment of it would just be overall much lower.
The one thing I will say though, that kind of gets slept on are two's bonus levels. New Super Mario Bros. 2 has some incredibly, insanely difficult stuff that I just decided to not beat because it was too hard.
So they somehow managed to transition from being one of the easiest things ever created to being super hard in the bonus levels.
Yeah, well, the bonus levels are
Well, yeah, bonus
they're
levels.
they're different levels, and yeah, extra content after the main game usually is where the difficulty gets
Yeah,
ramped
but the
up.
problem with
Just
this
like,
is that
but
this is it. Usually, you can say, "Oh, it's jarring," but in this case, it's more jarring because the game is even easier this time.
well, yeah, well, it's not that the bonus level. Oh, it's a rotating room. Cool. It's not that the bonus level is it's just one big difficulty spike. It's there are a bunch of difficulties, and the highest difficulty is just super insanely difficult. The thing is, in the highest difficulty, it's all about getting 100 coins, I think, but there are no coins in the level. So the only way to get 100 coins is by beating the level as quickly as possible to get enough coins at the finish. And the level is so hard that it's just so difficult to execute perfectly. So I just could not.
By the way, if you're wondering why I'm going back through the domino death maze, it's because just like with last time, especially because this is hard mode, I think that maybe they'll hide like a secret pyramid piece in the death maze that I wouldn't have gotten before because I was rushing, and they did that once. So I just gotta check.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense actually.
But yeah, frog statue ahoy. Um, the thing is that I thought, I mean, I told you, all right, I decided to go down here first because I was like, that block is suspicious. Let's see. But yeah, the thing is that,
I was about to say, what if the frog statue blocks that section?
yeah, so always check suspicious things before you do this frog statue. Um, but I think I forgot what I was going to say. Yep, I completely forgot.
Something about coming this way and the block looks suspicious.
Oh, well, with the whole thing with hard mode. I mean, well, I think I already said part of this, but the whole thing with me trying to get stuff out of the way is that there's a level that fits this aesthetic. You know, because this is like the Toyland kind of um, world. And so I thought, okay, that means that the what I consider the most tedious level in the game must be here, because it's related to that theme. But turns out I was wrong, and Domino Row is actually the last level, and it turns out that that level that I was dreading that I thought would be here is actually the last level of the hardest part.
Maybe it's an amalgamation
No,
of.
it's not. I mean, it's close. The thing is that the only thing it's close to is this, really. So, it's
No, I mean
weird.
maybe that world is an amalgamation, and that was the Toyland level.
Oh, hmm. No, that world doesn't have. The thing is about that world, because green is natural. Okay, another editing hiccup. Edit around this part, and green is natural. Blue is horror. Yellow is toy. The thing is that red, from what I remember, doesn't have an actual like central theme. It just has its own levels, really. So
Maybe its theme is random. I couldn't think of anything.
yeah, so
But
it's on its own thing. It just happens that the last level is would fit with this toy theme. I almost think that they probably like replaced it. So, okay, that was a bit jerkish.
I almost thought you fell on a bottomless pit. Are there bottomless pits in this game?
No, Wario cannot instantly die by any means.
Can Wario die?
Oh, Wario can't die
I
at
mean,
all,
we've
actually.
had this.
But I mean,
Yeah, I was thinking we've had this conversation
yeah.
where he just
O-
gets
okay,
warped out.
Wario can't get instantly warped out by any means. Like I really
So
like
does
that.
that mean he he's always safe, like in WarioWare, when he gets thrown into space or something? It's never really a big deal because he can't die.
Yeah, pretty much. Um, though I think this thing screws me up majorly because yeah, I'm trying to get, but I keep like picking up the thing that I don't want, and it keeps coming back around, and I nearly lose my entire thing up because of it. Because of the automatic block carrying thing.
1 minute, 37 seconds later.
Okay, screw that guy. Screw everything he stands for. He could go die. Like the frog is going to erase this entire place from existence or something. I don't know. So
Is the
he can
frog
have
going to
fun.
erase it, or is he just going to kick you out?
That's very interesting because the dimension is seemingly collapsing, but the enemies don't seem to care. So maybe they are safe, and we're the only ones.
Maybe you're being ejected from the universe, like in Doctor Who, when the Doctor meets a sentient universe that traps them all inside itself, but they're so incompatible, kind of like matter and antimatter, and so the universe is collapsing in on itself, and they have to get kicked out.
You'd think it'd realize this almost immediately.
No, the thing is that the Doctor, and it was in the most recent season, so it would be she, but the Doctor knew that they were incompatible. But the universe wanted to be friends. That's so stupid. When you explain Doctor Who plots, it sounds stupid because Doctor Who has some really silly sounding plots. They're still fun, but yeah, it was a good episode. It was really good. But
If you
the
say
Doctor,
so.
yeah, the sentient universe wanted friends, wanted so it's a universe. I don't know what gender to use.
Just use
The
it,
universe,
dude.
the universe wanted some friends, and so tricked people into coming inside itself, but it
That's
didn't
not
work
how you
because
get
they're
friends.
incompatible. Yeah, but it was a good emotional arc end for.
And also somebody's fetish.
I mean, probably. Come to think of it. But yeah, it was nice. I liked it.
Anyways, we're playing some baseball right about now.
I thought there'd be different mini games each time, but I guess it makes
There are
sense that
three
it's a
mini.
consistent
Well,
one.
there are three mini games. Mini game types. And I hate this one because even though I do get really good at it at one point, surprisingly, but early on that's a no. But I do at least show off the ones there. So yeah, this one Wario's just cruising along. His car presumably exploded, and he's playing the dinosaur game.
Hold up. Good reference, but hold up. Where his warrior car comes from this game?
Later.
Does it come from this game?
I mean, we saw him driving it.
Oh, did I just I like turned my head for a second. What happened? Oh, I probably cut.
That doesn't make any. You're not. You're still okay. But what game does his Wario bike come from?
That's I don't know because the thing is, I would like to say that it's this game because it's iconic in this game, but I don't remember him having the car in Wario in the first WarioWare. Do you? I
Well,
don't.
how would I know?
I don't because we played it.
You play. Oh, yeah, you said WarioWare, not Wario Land.
Yes. Um. So, huh. I think it might be this game then. I might be wrong, but I think it's this game that popularized the car. Not sure about the. Wait, no. Wario had a bike and WarioWare touched.
Okay. So unfortunately,
One
that
hour
means
later.
all of Wario's moveset is now WarioWare. I was thinking, oh, at least I saved the bike. But no, he has a car in this and a bike in WarioWare. No, well.
If you put it that like that, that's kind of sad. I mean, the entire situation with that is kind of sad because people. I don't. I wonder if Wario Land Shake It didn't sell that well.
I mean, I'm afraid it probably sold as much as Game and Wario.
Oh, that. Anyways, for just for the sake of things, I'm showing off at least one item here. Show how that works. But just know that as soon as you purchase it, you instantly go to the boss.
Oh, so you're getting help from Game and Watch.
Exactly. Well, actually, well, you'll see um, why Game and Watch
Oh,
here is so
this guy
important.
is incredibly. Does not even care. He just walks in, just chilling.
Yeah, he's playing the Jackson Street Blues.
Then again, Wario seems to not care either. He's just lifting weights.
Well, he's preparing himself. Meet Air Rodent.
Oh, so the boss is a rodent.
Well, the pun is arrow and rodents. So he constantly flies this giant teddy bear toy, and you have to hit him. This is actually the boss that is the easiest to mess up because you see those three treasures that we have in the background there? If you
Yeah.
take too long, those treasures will slowly dissipate. And those are the things that are needed for getting the best endings.
Oh. What was needed for getting the best ending in the last boss? Just beating it on time?
Uh Wait, last boss? You mean Spoiled Rotten?
Yeah.
He was just a preliminary
Yes.
thing. You didn't get anything at that point. You just needed to beat him. You just needed to beat him to progress.
Oh, okay.
The four bosses of the passages are where this whole thing has to go from. But the problem with Air Rodent is that if you miss him and you hit the bear, it has its own physics. So it will float back up if you hit it, and if you hit it if you're trying to hit Air Rodent. So see, I just bumped it right back up. You have to be precise with your rush attack. And of course, this being hard mode, you have even less time to do the stuff here. But I still managed to beat it before one of the treasures even started to dissipate. Because as long as it's still on screen, I think it still counts as active. So even if it's about to be whisked away, if you manage to beat it in time, it'll still count.
That's nice.
Yes, so we've defeated one out of the four passages. I forget which order I go in from. I know I do the easiest one last, like as a breather, because when I was like, okay, it turns out I didn't do the hardest thing first. I was like, well, hard mode is already kicking my butt, so I might as well rip the band-aid off now. Next time we're going to the Ruby passage, and that's the hardest set of levels.